Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're taking a look at XenoVerb by Audiority. It's a beautiful little reverb, and we're going to put it through its paces. Let me tell you that, so let's baby. Hello, welcome to the show. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, of course, and I hope you're doing okay. So yes, XenoVerb is the app of the day. It is a reverb. It is made by Audiority. Say it 3 times fast. Audiority. Literally. Audio. Now I can't say it. Audiority. Audiority. Beautiful. Yes, hello to you all. Welcome to the show. Thomas Christ, Doug Kidder, Leela. We got Forrest of the Wolf, Dave Bobs, Mateus. You've been a naughty boy, Mateus. I seen you. Oh, God. Anyway, Super Chats and SuperStickers, they are available to you to use at your discretion. If you're so inclined, join the Patreon, and you may win apps like this one today. Every weekend, we do a live stream for our Patreons, and we do these ridiculous races for the apps, and everybody races, and it's a barrel of fun. It sure is. Audiority. See, I've been practicing. Audiority. No, let's get into it, shall we? We got a lot to cover. So you can find this on the App Store. Now, for some reason, this app is not showing up on AppRaven. I don't know why. It just sometimes these things happen. So we're going to go with the old reliable as ever. After the crash yesterday, so in case you wanted to know what happened, so we normally hang out on Clubhouse, and Clubhouse was down for ages. Everything was down for ages. If you didn't know, that pretty much everything on the internet is controlled by Amazon's servers. And when Amazon servers go down, everything goes down. So pretty much if you were experiencing issues online yesterday, it was all due to the problems with Amazon. And it really is disruptive, isn't it? Banks, everything. Everybody uses Cloudflare. That is the main thing. So, but anyway, yeah, here we are. And XenoVerb is on the iOS App Store. It is $8.99. I know you can't see a price here, but trust me, it is $8.99. Yes, Mars Capone won 3 apps this weekend. Yay. Well done. So, yes. $8.90. I'm not sure if that's a sale price. I think that's the normal price. So there is that. This is also available on the Thing Store. There it is there. It is also available for the desktop at $29 exactly. It's on sale, this one. So if you want to grab this has been out on desktop for a really long time. Like, I saw reviews for this for like 6 years ago. So it's been around for a while, and already have a fair slash of really cool apps. And hopefully they're going to bring a lot of them to iOS. I mean, look, they've got a heap of them here. Look at this one, this brutal fuzz distortion. I'm liking this. Can we get this one, please? Luca, can we get this one, please? Please, pretty please. I'll have that one. We've also got... oh, the ultimate death metal plugin suite. Can we get this one as well too? Please. Please, pretty please. So it is available on desktop as well if you want to grab it there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Speaking of guitars, like I got to tell you, you may have seen already, but this Friday we're doing another double show. I know it's a pain in the ass, but it gets 2 shows out of the way because, oh baby, my guitar is arriving this week. So we're going to open it up. We're going to check out this red Paisley beauty and see what it's all about from Artist Guitars. Wonderful. I'm very excited. I was having a chat with Pete Northcote last night, who I had on the show. Amazing guitarist. He's a spokesperson for Artist Guitars. Let him know I'd got my guitar. He was like, oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. And then immediately after the guitar exhibition, we are going to do a special show on all things Tonex. The pedals, Yeah, the pedals, the Tonex 1, the big Tonex, the brand new update to the iOS app, the new updates to the desktop app and how they've split the editor up and all that. So we're going to do a big Tonex show, and you'll know everything about Tonex by the time we're finished with it, because it is chef's kiss. All right, so we're going to get into this. We've got a little project over here, and we're going to use this project for the whole demo today. It's got a number of things running in it. It's quite large, and we're just going to play everything that's in here and build it all up, and we'll see how we go. I'll need an acoustic guitar, won't I, for this? So I've got an acoustic here, and we shall hit play and see what happens. Oh, shut up. Let's Auge. There you go. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk about what this thing does and go through some presets and all this kind of stuff. We'll kick off with this piano that we've got going over here. I'm going to take off the effect and we'll just focus on soloing this. Maybe. So we're using mass to control this piano randomization. In a C major, and we'll bring in this reverb. So this reverb comes with a whole bunch of algorithms, and they can be found over here in this tab. So here are all your algorithms. You got room B, hall, large hall, plate 2, plate XL, springy, glass, flow, shimmer, bird, and formant. We're currently set on formant for this. And you should be able to hear what this thing's doing. It's so it's a reverb, but it's using the vowels. So the formant of this can be controlled with the formant dial. Now these dials here, they will change with each algorithm. So the formant is a creative reverb. Some of the lower ones towards the bottom, they're more creative and experimental. So the formant is a creative reverb algorithm featuring a formant filter before the reverb tank. So if I move through this, we'll get the A, E, I, O, U kind of sounds. So you can see at far left, we're at A, E, E, I, O, and O, ooh, ooh. Now, some of these can get pretty unruly, of course, because you're dealing with formants and they can get a bit, resonaty. There's a new word. Down the bottom, we can activate, turn it on and off. We can also freeze it, so once it starts creating some sound again. So now it's got a little looper running there. It's just going to stay frozen. Create an atmosphere. And there is a limiter here. Now, don't get too excited by this limiter. It's only a very soft limiter. It's not really going to make a huge amount of difference, but it is there just to chill things out a little bit. Now, it only compresses the wet signal. So if your main mix is loud, you're going to have to sort that out yourself. But it is a little limiter there. Probably if you want to really go crazy, use your own brick wall limiter. Pre-delay. Baseline, hello. Russ, g'day. So, pre-delay. Let's talk about these knobs. So they will change with the algorithms, as I said. Obviously, we know what a pre-delay is. You get what a pre-delay is. So we've got a 0 to 1500 milliseconds. Now, pre-delay can be used to add the feeling of more space, right? We've got a diffusion here. You can find the diffusion and pre-delay. They're on most of these algorithms. So what I find the diffuse does really thickens up the sound. We're going to skip down here to the tone. So you can kind of treat this like a dampener in a way. Right, so we pull it all the way down. There's virtually nothing there. It's a dampener. And it goes all the way up to 1600 hertz, all the way down to 0. Time, obviously, this is how long our delay is our reverb is gonna run for. It goes infinite, all the way to the right is infinite, where things can get a little bit crazy. Hey, Paul. I really love this formant one. I think it's beautiful. Now, we also have a modulation dial here. Now, there's no settings for this, so just be aware of that. It's an algorithm. But you're going to get a lot of these really nice harmonics out of this, and for more of the unnatural stuff. Unnatural like the synth. You're going to get some really nice stuff. Peak. So you can hear we've got that pre-delay on there, so we're getting beautiful. So this is more changing the tone, right? So this is changing, it feels darker. Plus we have a mix knob here. So you can take out all of the mix and just have the piano, or turn it all the way up and remove as much of the piano as you can. So now we're just hearing what that reverb's doing. Let's talk about these controls up the top. Les Nagy, what's going on? Now, we have over here a randomize, and this is going to randomize the entire preset. You're going to get a whole new algorithm. Everything's going to randomize here. Right, so it's changing everything up. I'm going to come back up here to our factory and room, our base initial patch, and come back down to the formant just to show you what this does. So this little button here, this is a reset preset. So if you've loaded up a preset, you've messed around with it, it hasn't gone well, you can just do this and you'll go back to your init patch or whatever preset you had. So if I come down here and choose like this glass preset crystal, and then come in and change some of this stuff and hit reset, it's going to go back to how crystal was loaded. So it works for every preset, right? Clever stuff. I like that. I like it a lot. Let's go back to our init preset and back to our formant. Listen to these. A lot of beautiful harmonics can be brought out in this. It's really nice. Obviously, we've got our presets up here. User presets. Man, man, I love the feedback you're able to get with this. It's just super fascinating. So if you decide to save a preset, you've got your save button here. Give it a name. Hit save, and it will appear over here in your user presets. Factory presets. You've got nearly 200, I think over 250 presets, right? Rooms, halls, plates, springs, and each one of them has a crap ton of presets. You are not going to go short on presets. Heaps of them. We'll go over some of them shortly. You can delete a preset up here. Tells you which version you're on, and if you get a stuck note or anything, hit this little kill switch, and it kills it. Let's bring some modulation back into this, because things may get a little bit unruly. Well, let's talk about these other algorithms, shall we? We'll start from the bottom, because we're right at the bottom right now. This is the formant, and we have this bode. So another unnatural, weird sound design. So it's made by placing a frequency shifter in the reverb feedback loop. Useful for metallic resonances and drones. And you'll see our dials have changed down here. Wow, listen to that. Let's just take the piano out as much as we can there. So these two dials have been replaced with a frequency. And a band mix, which will mix in this bad boy. Of course, all the parameters are open over here, so if you want to add an LFO and start getting some movement with some of these frequencies here, like a slow LFO, going back and forward like that, why not? Let's just set one up. We want to send this to this. What are we doing? Frequency. I guess it's parameter 1. I think so. Because these ones change. There we go. We can come in and slow this down. So now we're modulating. Slow that right down, hey? Wicked. Again, diffuse, time, modulation, change the tone, dampening, of course. Pretty nice, huh? We also have, so that's our bode. Of course, we've got a shimmer. And the shimmer works off like most shimmers do. You've got 2 pitches, so these have changed to pitch. And you can go all the way down 2 octaves, so 24 steps, or to 12, or whatever you want, really. You know, it's done by steps. and you can go up. Take out the modulation, and you've got a really flat shimmer happening. Add some modulation. Bring the piano back in a bit. Now, just on these dials as well, while we're here, if you go up and see how I'm going up and down, and they're moving a lot faster, side to side, you'll get a tighter, shorter kind of space there. Yeah, that's what I found anyway. And if you hold double tap will reset, and if you hold down, you will get these options on any of these dials. You can lock a parameter. So I might want to lock this time. And then when I change presets, these won't move. Plus, I can come over here to pitch A and hold down. And we can MIDI learn. So I'll make sure my keyboard's connected. My Arturia. And now all I need to do is, where are we? Move. We've got everything good? Move and press your MIDI. Oh, do I have it on the right one? I haven't tested this, so I could be wrong. That's not working. Press or move your MIDI. MIDI learn? Are you working? I don't know why it's not working. I've failed. And I don't have time to... press your MIDI controller twice. Huh. Not working for me. Or did it? No. I don't know. Wow, listen to that. That's rad. To unlock. You're off. So that's our shimmer. Then we've got flow. Flow is a lush, smooth, hugely diffusive, creative reverb back from the 90s, from 90s hardware processors. There's a lot of all-pass blocks were used to create dense, late reverbs. So your main dial here is going to be this bloom. We've got a low cut. Hey, Jamie Lynn. So the bloom really thickens that up. So see how that was very bass heavy there? Give this about a halfway point. Let's bring our piano back in. Joe Glenn, hello. All right, let's mute that. Let's bring this sucker in. I'm going to bring this back to initial patch. So this is Chemol K's Oversynth. And I'm going to try and get some interesting frequencies out of this. There's already a lot going on with this. We've already got a small percentage of resonance here. All right, that's better. And our next one, we're gonna go back to this flow. So you can hear the difference, right? We've taken out all of that out of this main sound out of the mix. Just, yeah, baby, let's party. All right. The next algorithm here is called Glass. Now, this is a transparent, diffusive reverb. It has a mid and a lo-fi cut. So again, this is only the wet signal. This is pretty much a mid-gain. Let's change this algorithm here. There you are, without any time added in there. And I'm going to bounce back a little bit because I love what this formant does to this. Just lovely. We're going to go with some classic ones now. We'll get out of this. And we've got this reverse guitar here. Now I'm running flow on this one. We're not actually running the shimmer. It looks like I'm running the shimmer, but I've changed the algorithm to... So just to show you what's going on here without this, I'm running Sonora Cinematics American Clean Guitar. Right. And I'm using Jade, which is a sick app. I've covered it long time ago, which adds, you can reverse things very easily with it. Create some really interesting things. Let's change the amount. And boy, oh boy, does this thing sound great on reverse guitars. Of course, I'm going to run this pretty standard stuff like the plates and everything on some vocals in a second. And I've just run an ad. So you may or may not have gotten an ad. Now we're running a shimmer on here. Let's do a octave up and 2 higher. Yeah. All right, let's throw some vocals on here. Grab a microphone from over here. Whoa! It does some pretty good stuff for vocals. We've got a room. So this is your room reverb. Oh. You've got the size over here. Yeah. Room. We've got a room B. So apparently this is a smoother revision of just the basic room. So you can get those nice tight rooms as well. Remember you got that freeze. We can add some size to this. Hello. Hello. Our next one is a hall, classic hall. Big cannons. So this one here is actually a large haul inspired by 80s Japanese studio reverbs. Massive tail. You ready? Yes. And we've got a plate reverb, so simplifies version of a classic 70s plate reverb. Whoop! Whoop! Oh! 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 Whoa! Whoa! Wow. We've got a plate 2 extended version of the first one. Really good for vocals. Remember, you can kill the sound. We've got a plate XL, so a really dense. This one has some pitch shifting in it, built into the algorithm. So you can hear there's like this modulation underneath it, just a vibrato kind of thing going on. Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Oh! Of course, we have a springy ringy. So good for dry, dirty, ringing metallic sounds, guitars, all that kind of stuff. Let's bring it in. Yeah. Hey. No, not at all. This can be used on anything. It's a reverb. Reverb. So we have as well. We've got this chirp button here, right? So this is it's a little bit unnatural, yeah. Unnatural. But let's have a listen to what it does. Hey. So you get this really little feedback. Hey. Whoa. All right. Let's talk about, I've got like this little bass sound for here. This is just a Juno. Right? Like a heartbeat. I've got some pretty low end on this. We're using the Bode here. Listen to the frequencies you can get out of this. It's wild. You put a LFO on this. Even if, I wonder if we can check this on. We're looking at this week. FAC Polyflow. Which one are we on? This is 8.2. So it would be pattern 1. Let's go to our formant. Cool. Let's throw some drums in here. Run through some presets on these drums. Audible video, hello. If Dots, hello. Jim Shannon. So we're just putting, these are presets I'm just putting on drums at the moment. These are spring presets. There's over 250 presets. Each section, each algorithm has its own set of presets. Let's get into these Bode ones. Real industrial. Thomas? You hear me, Thomas? So I know, do we need another reverb? I say it every time. Yes, you need another reverb. Of course you do. We need all the reverbs. Oh man, how intense. I love the feedback this creates. It's just so rich. This is called The Shining. Remember, with this one, you can change the frequency. Let's check out some of these formant ones. How cool. Did I say hi to Hugh Caldwell? Hello, Hugh. And lastly, we've got an acoustic guitar here. Let's get into some, we've got a plate. So we've got a bunch of plates and heaps of presets. Pete Johns, what's going on? So you probably want to take out some of this, cut out some of that bass. Let's see what we've got in the glass. We'll pick a dark ambient. Maybe a formant. Listen to these resonances. They're fucking beautiful. take the mix up a little bit. Ah! Lastly, we'll throw a bit of shimmer on, huh? Oh. Anyway, I think you get the idea. Look, there's a shit ton of presets in here. It's just ridiculous how many there are. Obviously, I can't go through them all. But pretty special, huh? Nice app. Nice work. $8.99 on the iOS App Store. Hopefully, this is going to work. Then I'll send you over to Pete's. There we go. XenoVerb. On the App Store, $8.99. If you want to get it on desktop, if you've got a Mac or a Windows computer, $29 on sale at the moment, normally worth $49. You can get it from Audiority.com. There it is right there. Special. Happy days. What do you think? Love it. Good stuff. Tomorrow we're taking a look at, very quickly, I'll let you know, we're taking a look at, where's the thing? We're looking at this thing. Morphing for Soundbox by Triple Spiral Audio. So hopefully you can come and join me for that. Remember, unboxing this Friday of the new guitar and a huge Tonex special. Everything Tonex covered there. I'll dump you over to Pete for Garage Band Weekly. Do all the things. Love you lots. Let's get out of here. Oj.